Ma Boyd said that she is trying to understand how a senior Poorbleak officer who violated the Poorbleak Services regulations can carry out the functions in the office of President in accordance with Section 86 of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica. She said because Sovaj Bidoe Katolic Sylvanie is not fit to hold the office of the President of Dominica. To help her said just how Lil Willy Tony is not fit to feed his own bird. Ma Boyd said after the December 2014, the Commonwealth Secretariat Observer Mission said in their report, the mission concludes that the election was free for entry and the casting of the ballot. The mission concludes, however, that the election was not necessarily fair, she said interestingly in the report, Annex II, list of meetings held. The third meeting was held with the Dominica Labour Party, Salybia Branch, and the third person listed present at the said meeting with the Commonwealth Secretariat was Sylvanie Burton. She said that Sovaj Bidoe Katolic Sylvanie was and still is a senior Poorbleak officer and she was boldfacely violating the Poorbleak Service regulations. Sovaj Bidoe Katolic Sylvanie has been a serial violator of the Poorbleak Service regulations. To help her said just like Atheist Cozier who has his wife paying NEP workers and paying stipends to college students. Ma Boyd said in the same Commonwealth's report in the subheading, Power of Incumbency. The report states, it was alleged by the opposition party as well as by civil society groups that the ruling party misused the government information service for its own campaigning purposes. Although it is difficult to prove abuse, it is appropriate to note the clear breaches of civil service staff regulations, where public servants are openly politically partisan and assist in the distribution and provision of government services and goods. She said that over the years as permanent secretary, Sovaj Bidoe Katolic Sylvanie has been involved in the distribution of goods to labahrites, and mischievously deny people who don't support her Labah Grabberment. There is no way that Sovaj Bidoe Katolic Sylvanie is going to appoint, discipline or remove Poorbleak officers with the advice of the Poorbleak Service Commission, without she bringing in the hardcore divisive and destructive Labah politics. To help her said that Sovaj Bidoe Katolic Sylvanie is not fit to hold the office of president. Just how full of tricks Patrick is not fit to be around our young Kalinago girls. The chef said she wonders when Menace Byron, Dwarf Duncan, Tomate Scarrett, Slick Alec, Subsection Lennox, Impotent Tony, Twet Francine, Carpetbagger Vince, Badventist Karen and the other blockers of electoral reform will put water in their wine. The helper said not how drunkard Sanhant Sonia puts more rum in her water. The chef said that yesterday Tuesday 19, 2023, the University of Virgin Islands hosted a National Voter Registration Day drive on Keene campus in St. Thomas, and one of the requirements to be a registered voter in the Virgin Islands is not be registered elsewhere, in any other state or territory of the United States or in any foreign country or any other election district. She said that she wants the United States to call crew who are citizens of America and still want to vote in Dominica to take note. The helper said that ICE, U.S. State Department and Homeland Security should appear at Laua's home in St. Thomas where he is sleeping with his daughter. The chef said that 2 of the 4 documents required for registration are passport or naturalization certificate. She said these documents are to prove that if you are not a born American citizen, you meet the naturalization requirements to be registered. But the same Laua, Pecker, Pantaman, Demal Zaboka and others want to give support to unethical Menace Byron's confusion. The helper said just how Asani Nights is confused that 8 a.m. 4 p.m. is not 24 hours. The assistant chef said that she cannot understand why Tomate Scarrett allowed Dominica to reach in that sickening electricity generation situation. She said that Labah Grabberment cares about no one but themselves. The helper said even Bubbles is bawling about load shedding, like he can no longer go to hunt crabs. The assistant chef said Tomate Scarrett and his Grabberment are destroying the e-commerce sector. Everything these days is online. When you don't have a dependable electricity service that is also going to affect your internet services, because they depend on an uninterrupted flow of electricity. She said remote working in the new normal. People who are looking at coming to Dominica as a remote working destination have to reconsider. But this Labah Grabberment don't care about the lost in revenue. They are waiting until geothermal come. The helper said that Judas de Speaker will go to pawn case to come many times before geothermal comes. Even Ralph Magor might come back before we get geotherma. Ma Boyd said that she wants to know why some of our students at Midwestern State University were given notice to leave the United States in 15 days. The chef said that she wants to know where Ayatollah Charlo is going to live after his leaves the office of president. The assistant chef said that she wants to know what is the status of the light poles for the Windsor Park Fates Dam. The helper said that he wants to know which pharmacist is making deals with Demorgapitals drugs. Ma Boyd,